Hello everyone, this is TM from chasingpaganini.com, and ignore the sound of the construction going on outside if you can hear it. Today we're going to go into a new method of how to practice our scales, arpeggios, chords, whatever, just using a couple of tools and a little bit of our imagination. So let's get to it. So what you see in front of you, I have a list of notes, all 12 notes of the scale. I didn't write all the inharmonic variations. I didn't write G flat, I just wrote F sharp. And you'll notice a standard set of role-playing dice. Now we will use this as our tools, okay? But we're not going to be using all of these right now, so we'll get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of the 20. So what we're left with is a 4, a 6, and a 12. And the way we use these, one will determine let's say we're doing arpeggio exercises. One, the 12-sided dice, will determine the note. The 6 will determine how many different arpeggios we'll play in the exercise, and the 4-sided will determine if it's major or minor. What I used to do is I would do, for the 4-sided die, I would do 1 as major, 2 as minor, 3 as diminished, and 4 as augmented. But in this case, we'll just be doing major and minor. So odd number is minor, and even number is major. So I'll just shut up and do it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So we'll start with the 6, standard 6-sided dice. This will determine how many arpeggios we're going to play in the coming exercise. I'm going to fudge it. I want more than 1. Oh my god, I rolled a 6. Okay, so there will be 6 arpeggios that we use in this next exercise. Let's get to it. The first arpeggio will be, I rolled a 2, which is a C minor. So we'll keep this here, C minor. We'll just write that for minor. Okay, next. We're doing 6, remember? Next is 5, which is A major. That was a 4. So we'll do A major. I'll go ahead and write out minor so I'm not so lazy. C minor, A major. The next arpeggio is going to be 8, which is F sharp. Major or minor. That is minor. F sharp minor. The next one is 2, which is a C. Another C? We'll do that. We'll see what it's like. Oh, it's C major in this case. C major. Need 2 more. 5 is an A. Another A. We already did A? We'll do it again. A minor. I rolled a 1. Remember, the odd numbers are minor, even numbers are major. This has worked out quite well, actually, for the first time. And a 12. That was actually a 12. Which is B flat. And it's B flat major. One of my favorite arpeggios. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we are going to make an arpeggio exercise. It's not meant to be something for performance. This is just to help us learn the neck. And we are going to use these 6 arpeggios in order. So the first thing I play will be C minor, the next will be A major, the next will be F sharp minor, the next will be C major, the next will be A minor, and then B flat major. And we'll play around with it, and we'll just try and find different ways to make it sound interesting. So we're not necessarily looking to play them up and down to make them sound very robotic or very exercise-like. We want to at least make them interesting. So like I said, this is not supposed to be an etude that's meant for performance. It's just something to mix up our guitar practice and to really challenge us to look into different ways. One of the things I really like about doing the random stuff is that it really forces you to practice things that you might never have done otherwise. So, I mean, everyone practices E minor, arpeggio, or maybe even A major, or A minor especially. But who does B flat major or F sharp minor? I mean, I do. But really, hopefully, in some of these random rolls, you will get arpeggios or scales or chords, whatever it is that we're working on, that will really kind of push you to learn something new. And that's what I hope to do. So using these 6 arpeggios, we will do our first exercise. So I'll see you then. Alright, let's see what we can do here. The arpeggios were C minor, A major, F sharp minor, C major, A minor, B flat major. So let's see what we can come up with. And we're not just going to play one arpeggio in the position that you know, and then shift to the other position you know, and then the other position you know. It's not going to work that way. We're going to connect each one of these and flow into the next one. We're not going to go to a place we're comfortable with unless we happen to be right there. So we're just going to go into the things as they flow. So C minor is the first. So let's see what we can do for C minor. I think I'll stick with just the triads. I won't add any sevenths like in that. Let's see. So I'm just kind of sloppily playing around to get an idea of, you know, what's what. And I don't know if I'm going to play this with 16th notes or 16th note triplets or whatever. I'm just kind of messing around. Something like that. And I might not explain this as I'm doing it, but by the time I get to the end, hopefully I will have covered what it is I did and why I chose those particular notes. What was it? Kind of a Marty Friedman kind of. Okay, maybe we'll keep that area. The A major, well, A major is right there. I mean, it'll fit right in there. I just don't know how to connect it yet. That works. We don't want to get all fancy here. Well, that's kind of similar to the first. And then A major. So maybe we can end up over here somehow. That works nicely because it's an E flat in C minor, but it's an E in A major. So we can just go up, just move a half step, and now we're in an A major, so we can move around an A major here somehow. I think that works. So that works kind of nicely. It fits in. So let's see. Oh, let's C minor, A major. Next is F sharp minor. I'm right here. Here's an F sharp. I think to make it fit, I have to hit the E first. Hang on. Yep. And then we can just go right to F sharp from E. And we can go up in the standard. I don't know if we want to go that far, but from the beginning. Oops, sorry, that was a fart. What's the next chord after F sharp minor? If we're in a good position for the next chord, we can just stick with that form. Next is C major, which has a G, also has an E. How do we want to do this? And we can do a C major from there. I don't know. I kind of like that half step movement up because it's the same as the E flat and the E. I mean, the different notes, but it's the same movement connecting arpeggios. So I kind of like that sort of similarities as you go through an exercise, because it helps bridge things together, in my mind at least. So I know there's a half step here, and I can kind of rely on the half step here. It just helps me to remember it, really, because if we get into crazy numbers of arpeggios for an exercise, it kind of gets kind of hard to remember sometimes. So it's easy to come up with little tricks to help you remember. So we're on the G of C. How can we make this kind of cool? We're in C major, by the way, even though we're starting on a G. That's the sound. Let's go from the F sharp. Let's go from the beginning. C minor, A major, A major, F sharp minor, C major, oh, that's easy, that kind of works. From F sharp, that works. Kind of the standard without the E on the top. Well, I don't know, maybe there will be an E on the top. Oh no, there won't be. Well, no, there could be. Oh, it's A minor. From C major to A minor.